This is a dream car for sure. 1966 is actually my favorite year for the Land Rover series. We built this one for Takahiro and he's anxiously waiting for the car in Japan. This series arrived in Portugal and it was delivered new to a far department corporation. We actually have the original photo from '66 with all the guys from the corporation in uniforms in front of the Land Rover. This Coolnvintage is a 1966 Series IIA, originally green. It was then resprayed in fire department red. It was completely stripped down to the last nut and bolt and rebuilt in its original green. Well, with a twist. A process that has lasted, I would say, at least 2 years. He wants it pretty much original, still there are some upgrades of course. It has the Coolnvintage high performance suspension, it has power steering, it has disc brakes all around. Of course we swapped it from a left-hand drive to a right-hand drive. There is a little bit more power to the engine and now as well it's running on fuel injection instead of the original carburetor. So right now we're going to back up the car and try to get one shot with the lights showing, just to get one main frame of the studio. Let's see if it works.
Oi, acabou.
My favorite thing is just to look at this against the absolute white wall. O que é que dizes, Ricardo?
Esta é a pedir 125 a 68.
Imagine being in Japan, waiting for this, and then the data container opens and you see this. Today we're shooting film, so we're shooting Portra 400 and Portra 800, and so we have one medium format digital camera and one film camera. So basically we'll have the assurance that we have some photos on digital if we need, and then the proper photos for the customer will go obviously on film on this huge print. We have to be super careful about having the lines completely straight. There's a few tricks to have it portrayed as I see it, to actually give it what it deserves. So we've spent now roughly 3 hours and we still have no real photo from this. The lights are not properly set up yet. So just a couple of hours, we'll be ready. Everybody's hungry, it's 11:30. Bom, quem vai tratar da comida?
Nunca comi beef burger.
Nós não te levamos a mal por isso. Podes continuar. Não? Proper shooting day catering. Espera que ele não quer. Dark slide, calma, ela tem sempre razão, o material tem sempre razão. So cars are actually one of the most difficult stuff to shoot on a studio because of the reflections and the curves and the paint, which is gloss of course. And so one more shot. Pumba, é calha. So basically we found exactly where the reflection was coming from. So we still have a problem on this side, but it's going to end up perfect. It's quite helpful to see things big. And of course, it has to come out perfect. Portrait the Coolnvintage. It's some takes after takes. We kind of just want to portray this in the most accurate and perfect way. So now we have a reflection on the left, and actually the right fender of the car. So left on the image. 12:30. Still no photos. The space gap you will see here. In between the bulkhead and the mirror, it has to be the same on the two sides. That's what gives you. That's when you know it's absolutely perfect align. So this is the focus point. I would focus here, and we'll try to make it completely straight. Ah, that sound. Okay. So now it's 2 o'clock. We started at 8. It's 2, and we're going for photo number 2. The problem with the cars is that it's a super long part, and also there's this round shape there that comes from the fender to the back, and where the light hits you see some reflections with natural eye. But now we're setting up a new light over there, and so all the reflections are starting again in the front of the car. It's a hard job. In this month, this is my favorite car in the workshop. I would love to keep this car. Takehiro chose the car with us. We found the car, and of course we will hand deliver the car, so it has to go on container. The car will get there, we'll fly in, we'll be with him, and we'll deliver this beautiful, perfect car. This is a dream car for sure.